Sports Show with Woody and Les and everyone else. And we've got a lot of everyone else's on the mailbag today. Want to answer some questions?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
If the Broncos win, we'll be very impressed, but can't see it. Need to keep Packers under 20 to have any chance. United, 74. You're not very united there, United. A guy's been writing me all week because I actually responded to him, and now he thinks I'm his best friend. That's the problem with responding, and that's why I don't tell you, because I will respond to a guy's question. Now he thinks I'm his pen pal, and I'm not your pen pal, people. Write me a question, I answer it, but then don't try and get into a discussion with it. So
the views expressed by Woody Page are not necessarily the views
because you want to talk to people all the time.
Held by the rest of the show. Keep writing.
So he has an opinion. What is he basing it on? What is he basing it on?
He's a sports fan.
I know,
sports fans have opinions.
But, okay, that's your opinion. It could be a high-scoring game. It could be a low-scoring game. What I don't understand, here's the question I want to answer, is this hard count thing with Brett Favre. Really, you can't just, because he's fooled people all year. Why?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, what did I say? Brett Favre. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers. Why not just not let him do that to you? You don't have to let him do that. Yeah. Peyton gets away with it. That is stupidity. That's not paying attention to what you're doing. That when a guy goes, hut, hut, and he goes, hut, 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 how tough is it?
All right, let me riff off this. What's the number the Broncos have to score to win this game? Minimum number.
27.
Okay. Think they're capable?
They've scored 27. How many games have they played? Look at how many times they've scored 27. 3 or 4, 2 or 3, something like that.
With a lot of help from the defense.
This is a bad, guess what? The secondary of the Packers is not any good. Do you think, let me respond to you, do you think Peyton Manning can throw for 250 yards?
Yes. Well, he's throwing for about that every game.
I would ask you, and I would ask everybody else, and look, you can look this up. I haven't looked this up. How many times have the Broncos lost with bye weeks at home? You know what I would tell you? 0, I think. They don't lose at home after a bye week. They don't lose
They
at
don't
home
always
after
play the Green Bay Packers after a bye week
but
either.
They play good teams.
Yeah.
You're telling me the Packers are pretty good. You're not telling me. You told me earlier.
Great. Yeah, I don't
well,
think they're
okay,
great.
then. But you're picking the Packers to win.
I am.
And so you're saying, how many times do they play the Packers? Well, they played pretty good teams after bye weeks.
Okay.
You defeat your own purpose, Les.
From RD_Mullen. Good points about respecting Peyton Manning during home games. Even with diminished skills, Manning deserves it.
That's what I said. I mean, you can boo him. Hey, good for you. How bad is your stupid life? You know, how would you like for me to come to your department store where you're doing a bad job and boo you? Boo! How many times do you go and people mess up all the time? I go to a bank yesterday. I'm there for an hour. This is the 5th time at the bank, and I still can't get my mother's finances settled. I got to go back a 6th time. And finally, the guy said to the person he was on the phone with another banker for 30 minutes, and he said, I got to let my customer go. Am I sitting there going, boo? No, I just take it. I just take it. You want to boo a guy that's... The Broncos have 2 great quarterbacks. You want to boo him? Boo Tim Tebow. Boo Kyle Orton. Let him play. Enjoy the performance. Would you go boo Frank Sinatra? That's what I wrote the other day. No. Frank Sinatra was not the player, not the performer he was at the end of his career. His voice he had throat surgery. Nobody booed him.
Last tweet from Rick Murr. Evidently, he's telling us which players from the Broncos Super Bowl winning team on defense would start on this defense this year.
Dale Carter couldn't play dead. Darian Gordon was not a good cornerback. He was a good return man. Keith Traylor was good, not great.
Dale Carter wasn't even on that team.
Neil Smith was at the end of his career. He was good, but Dale Carter was only here for a moment.
Yeah.
Rick, gosh.
Wow.
This would be a great job.
I'm sure we'll get a lot more tweets after that segment.
Oh, I don't care. Well, come with some stuff. Don't bring cheap stuff in here to Dikembe. So the guys stopped going in on Dikembe? No.
No.
They brought a little bit better stuff than they brought before, because Dikembe would go, that's what I'm doing is don't be bringing that cheap stuff in here. If you're gonna tweet us good stuff.